This is Radar from the Radar Entertainment blog coming at you with another edition of MLB Observation, this time for the 2023 championship round. So, all of America can breathe. The quote-unquote cheating Astros, even though Dusty Baker's the manager, not A.J. Hinch, Luna is not the GM. They have a lot of new faces like Chas McCormick and Mauricio Dubon and Jeremy Pena and Jose Abreu and Yonder Diaz and then some of the relievers. So it's not the whole team, but they lost. And again, I just have been an issue of Altuve's been the perfect number 2 hitter his whole career. This recency thing of, oh, he's going to bat leadoff because Springer left to replace Fowler, you know, the chain of reaction. And that Bregman batted second most of this round, but then he batted third, which I felt was too high. Kyle Tucker and Yordan Alvarez are 2 of the best hitters. I love Alex Bregman. I'm not going to say he's one of the best. I think he's one of the best third basemen, but best hitter is Kyle Tucker and Yordan Alvarez, Air Yordan, whatever they call him. Those 2 guys should always be your 3-4. If you want to put veteran Jose Abreu 5th, you can do that, and you can put Bregman 6th and Michael Brantley 7th. If you really want to have a stacked lineup. But they put Michael Brantley 2nd once, and I thought, okay, that's not bad. They post Mauricio Dubon 2nd. That's not bad. I don't like the Mauricio Dubon playing center field because I all thought like Chas McCormick, I must be not remembering correctly, but I thought he had a career season this season. So I always was saying like batting him 5th, 6th, or 7th is too high. But why isn't he playing center field? I did like Michael Brantley playing left field in the playoffs when he did start so that Alvarez, who's not a good outfielder, could play. It could be the DH. I like that. And then I'm thinking like the rotation is Verlander, Framber Valdez, Christian Javier, and your Urquidy, right? That's a great rotation. So I'm guessing in a do-or-die game, that's why your Urquidy pitching a bullpen and JP France and Hunter Brown pitch up. Well, that makes sense. It's not the worst thing. Then the Rangers, who I didn't think would beat the Orioles, let alone the Astros, you know, and then in the first round, you know, all the teams they faced, and I was like, okay, they're, you know, they're not going to get far, the Rangers, because they just creeped in like last second, right? So the whole Simeon Seager thing, I've been tired of that because Seager, when he's healthy, is having a great, he's one of the best offensive shortstops. You want this guy in the middle of the lineup. I don't like Mitch Garver, who's their catcher, who they don't catch batting 3rd. You know, or Robbie Grossman batting 3rd. Like, again, Robbie Grossman is a DH corner outfielder platoon guy. You put him like 7th. You put him at the bottom of the lineup for RBI. Not like the last 2 spot, but towards the bottom. And if you want to put Mitch Garver 5th or 6th, that's cool. Again, Evan Carter's having a good rookie couple of months entering the postseason. But again, I would never put this guy 5th. Nathaniel Lowe and Adolis Garcia and Josh Young had kind of been that middle of the lineup the whole season. To put Young and Lau 7 and 8 is just stupid. It just really is. Young batted 6 one day, and Leody Taveras, he's an okay hitter, but I wouldn't put him 5th. You put him at the bottom. That's where, again, I'm not understanding what they're doing there with that. And then Jordan Montgomery, I guess they haven't pitched a bullpen because, again, do-or-die game. But then the whole Sonny Gray, Martin Perez, and Dane Dunning pitched a bullpen. I think the problem with the Rangers was Max Scherzer was rushed back to pitch in Game 3. It was. And I'm thinking to myself, like, if you have Eovaldi and Montgomery going great 1 and 2, why isn't Jonathan Gray pitching in Game 3 or Martin Perez? And then Dane Dunning would come in after them. That's kind of the mistake they made by having Max Scherzer pitch the 3rd game. I would have waited till the 4th game maybe to see. Because if you're up 3-0, cool. And, well, they pulled it off. That was a little bit tricky, the whole bullpen rotation thing. And then the National League, Phillies upset the Braves, and the Diamondbacks upset the Dodgers based on the regular season because the Diamondbacks were in first place and they kind of blew it towards the end. So, again, the Kyle Schwarber leading off and Bryson Stott batting 5th has been an issue, man. Kyle Schwarber is going to drive it. He's going to hit a lot of home runs, and if he hits 40, 50 home runs, he occasionally is going to drive in more than 1 run so he can get close to 100 RBI. But that's not who I want in the leadoff spot. Stott and Trey Turner would be unstoppable in the 1 and 2 spot, but Trey Turner's batting 2nd. They fixed that, which is why he had a better rest of the season. Harper playing first base. I'm hoping next year when he's more recovered that he'll play the outfield because literally I'd rather put Nicky Castellanos in left field and continue to DH Kyle Schwarber, which he did in the playoffs, which I'm glad. Because, again, I want a good outfield. Nicky Castellanos, I said he's a bad outfielder, but if you're asking him to play left field with Gold Glove winner Bryce Harper and Brandon Marsh in center field, it's not bad. The question is who's going to play first base. You can always bring Rhys Hoskins back or pick up a free agent first baseman. You don't have to be attached to, we don't have a first baseman, you got to put Bryce Harper first base. What makes Bryce Harper value is he's a 5-tool player. That's what makes him great. And then batting Nick Castellanos 7th and 8th in the playoffs is stupid when you should be in the middle of the lineup. Then the whole point to get Michael Lorenzen was for him to start, but now he's pitching out of bullpen, and Wheeler also pitched out of bullpen one day in this Sanchez. I thought the rotation was going to be Nola and Wheeler as a 1-2 punch. And then Ranger Suarez most likely and Tajon Walker, they paid all this money for to be their 1 through 4. That Lorenzen and would be extra, which is fine, but that's what I thought. I don't know why they started the Sanchez dude. That just makes no sense. And then the Diamondbacks. I've been on the issue of Tommy Pham batting 3rd and Gabby Moreno batting 5th. Moreno won the starting catching job. Doesn't mean that he's Will Smith, Buster Posey, and Joe Mauer. No, I don't want that guy in the middle lineup. And Alec Thomas batting 7th way too high. I want him towards the bottom. I know he had some home runs and they're in the playoff, but he's a Gold Glove center field. He's a glove first player. You know, Longoria batting 8th, but then they swapped him to 7th. That's slightly better. But if you're going to start the veteran, you should bat him a little higher. They have Manny Rivera batting 8th, which is better than batting 2nd. I like that Pavin Smith got used because he's a DH. He should be a guy that DH because he can't play the outfield as a first baseman. So they did DH him once, but then he's batting 5th. But then they haven't played the outfield late in the game. Like, that's not a defensive replacement. That's an undefensive replacement. That's a dumb decision there. Moreno, I complained about batting 5th. They put him 3rd. Oh, my God. Okay, and Tommy Pham batting 3rd. They moved him down to, lower in the lineup, which is fine. And then I knew for offensive purposes, you want Lourdes Gurriel Jr.'s bat in left field, Corbin Carroll's bat in center field, and you want to put Tommy Pham in right field because you don't need to play Jake McCarthy and Alec Thomas every day because they're glove first players. So I understand if it's a stretch. And they lost the day-trip maneuvering, and they used an opener. You're not going to win the World Series with an opener. I'm going to keep telling you this, that you got Zach Gallen, who's going to finish top 3 or top 5 for Sheldon Young. Merrill Kelly could maybe win comeback player of the year. I don't know. He was so bad for Team USA. But those are your 1-2 guys. And this Brandon PFAT is the 3rd starter. They don't have a 4th starter because Zach Davies was cut. I know they got this far, but it just baffles my mind that they think they can win the World Series with only 3 starting pitching. At least Philly, as I mentioned, have Zach Wheeler, Michael Lorenzen, Aaron Nola, Tajon Walker, Ranger Suarez, and this Sanchez dude, and they even have Matt Strahm, who started the year in the rotation. They have former starting pitchers Dylan Covey and Jeff Hoffman. They have guys who all started games in their big league career. And the Rangers having Perez, Gray, and Dunning pitch out of bullpen again. Starting pitcher, again, the Astros have J.P. France and this Brown guy. Hunter Brown guy. They have multiple options. Diamondbacks don't have any, which is why I'm just a little bit skeptical of them winning their 2nd ever World Series. But again, thanks for listening to the 2023 MLB observations for the championship round. We're on to the World Series, which starts tonight. For On the Radar Today blog, I'm Radar. See you guys next time.